What's going on, everybody? It's your boy right here, Mills. I'm here back with another video. Today I will be reviewing Baddies West episode 5, entitled Stranger in the House. This episode was a good episode, but before I review it, I'd like you to do me a solid favor. Hit that thumbs up button, click and like this video. I'm trying to build this channel up, y'all, and I really appreciate everybody who's been showing me love, leaving comments in my section. I really appreciate it, and we're going to jump right in. So we're going to continue. It continues where we left off last week, Scotty versus Razor. You know, Razor, they're going back and forth. You know, you could tell Scotty over it. Razor kind of over it. You know, they going back and forth about this whole violating personal space. And I'm like, okay, you know, it was a lot of people was 50-50 with the situation. It seemed like a lot of people was split. Some people was team Razor, some people was team Scotty. You know, I look at the situation like this. I'm more on, I didn't understand what was really the issue, because if they was all partying, drinking, touching on each other and feeling on each other, what was the issue? You know, I'm still confused about that. Now, some people were saying that Razor has the right, which she do. She does has the right, you know, to, you know, feel the way she feel. I don't get it, but it's her decision. You know, because if they was all partying, I really don't understand it. But Razor just basically said, yo, you was violating me. I didn't want you touching me. Scotty like, all right, whatever. So Tommie jumps in doing her big producer thing. Was like, yo, yeah, I need to diffuse it because this is a lot going on, and it's just a lot going on. So they goes to Apollo. No, Razor just basically tell her, like, I just felt violated. And, you know, Razor like, you know, I'm over it. Scotty like, I'm over it too. The apologies was half-assed. You know, you could tell they really didn't do it, but it was like, all right, we got to just dumb it down. Like I said, Razor had the right to feel how she felt, but what I got from this was basically that Razor just don't mess with Scotty. Razor just don't rock with Scotty. She didn't want her touching her. That's pretty what I much got from that. She just didn't want Scotty, of all people, to touch her. Scotty should have just apologized when it first happened and diffuse it. Scotty like, listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm over it. I'm done with it. It's a dub. You know, but what was funny was because when Tommie was talking about it, and Tommie was like, well, maybe, you know, she feel threatened by you, and Razor was like, I ain't Razor. Razor like threatened. Razor was like, I ain't threatened by her. I'm a threat. And Scotty was like, yeah, whatever. So you could clearly tell, like, this whole situation was funny. I'm not even gonna hold you. Even, you know, when it comes to like Rolly and Krishan, they were just basically like, they felt like Razor overreacted, which I feel like she did too. And like I said, a lot of people feel how they feel. I'm over the situation. They dab it up, and I'm like, finally, it's over. It's a dub. We can move on, because I feel like it shouldn't even happen in the first place. So in the midst of that, you know, as they squash theirs, Natalie, being messy, tells Tommie like, oh, you know, well, you know, you and Stunna need to sit down and have a conversation. Tommie like, yeah, whatever. They do that. So then we get to the next scene, you know, with Tommie and Natalie, they meet up, you know, they discussing, you know, the events between Scotty and Razor. Tommie felt like that it was more of an issue on Razor's side than Scotty. Natalie like, oh, so who you think won the fight between Scotty and Razor? Natalie funny, like she's a messy funny. This episode, she was really this messy funny. I ain't even gonna hold you. But you know, they get down to business, and you know, Natalie like, yo, you need to have a sit down with Stunna. Tommie like, all right, let's go. What it is. She really don't want to do it, but she like, it is what it is. So Natalie calls Stunna on the phone. They're talking, and you know, Natalie trying to get them to coexist, whatever like that. Stunna say, all right, whatever. But Stunna peep game. Stunna like, yo, Natalie being fake and messy. She just, you know, and she want me to talk to Tommie, whatever, but she gonna do it. I'm like, okay. So we get to the house. No, Stunna and Kat arrive to the house. You know, Natalie goes to greet them, and you know, Natalie's, you know, prepping up Stunna to get ready to talk to Tommie. I'm like, whatever. So they all meet up, and it's Natalie, it's Tommie, it's Stunna, and it's Cat. And this right here is when it just it gets interesting because this was a lot going on. So they all sit down and having this meeting. They trying to discuss what's really the issue is. Tommie like, yo, you came in the audition on some, you know who I am, and Tommie was like, I don't even know you. The whole time, Stunner just looking at this girl like, I really don't want to do this. But Stunner says her piece. Stunner felt like Tommie was over talking her or just basically talking at her and being disrespectful towards her. She said it was about respect, and she felt like Tommie was disrespecting her, whatever the case may be. I'm like, okay. Tommie like, nah, that's not what it is. So, Stunner was like, yeah, and you also threw a drink on me and you tried to sneak me. Tommie saying that she didn't do it. Stunner saying she's doing it. So you could clearly see that they both are, they both tough. Neither one of them is trying to break. So I'm like, okay, this is not going to go anywhere because they both strong. They both strong-minded. They both tempered. So I'm like, this is not going nowhere. So they asked to roll the footage. Now, from the footage that I did see, it did seem like, Tommie got up and whatever and threw a drink at her. But I don't think that Tommie really snuck her or whatever. I don't know. It's crazy. Y'all let me know because I really couldn't see it clear like that. But I think that was the issue that Stunner was having. And I kind of agree. Like, I felt like when Stunner was fighting Sukiana, it should have just been one-on-one. Tommie should just mind her business because they really had nothing to do with her. That was a one-on-one situation. And I feel like that whole audition was a mess anyway because it was like, why are they fighting each other? I'm confused. But anyway, so things are just getting heated between them because, like I said, they going at it and it's just going mess. What happened? Oh yeah, so basically Stunner Stunner ain't trying to hear it. Tommie getting mad. They exchanging insults. Then going back and forth. Stunner calling her grandma. Cat calling her grandma. I'm like, oh gosh. Tommie getting upset. Tommie like, Tommie at this point. Tommie walking over to trying to get at her because Stunner was eating her up. I ain't even gonna hold you like. And this is what it was funny to me because she was getting Tommie pissed. Like Tommie was mad. Tommie was pissed because Stunner was calm with it and she just was chewing her a new one. And I'm like, damn Tommie, you letting this young ass girl get you flustered like that? Like, damn. Tommie, she all twitching at the mouth like she got Tourette's. I'm like, yo girl, like what is really the issue? Why is you letting this young ass girl get the best of you like that? I'm like, yo, Stunner fun. Stunner is hilarious though. Like I said. So they going back and forth, like I said, Stunner calling her all types of crackheads, dope fiends, and Stunner just, it was just a lot going on. Tommie walking around, she pissed off, she flustered, she's aggravated, and then they keep going back and forth. Stunner throws a shoe. I'm like, oh gosh. I'm like, Stunner always throwing something. All the time. Always got something to throw. I'm like, Stunner would have been on the floor. This is what it was. She would have been on the floor. Stunner like, yo, I already dragged you. Tommie like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yeah, she did. Did you not see the clip? Did you not feel when you got dragged? I mean, you got caught off guard, mind you, but you got dragged, Tommie. I'm like, okay, you got dragged. So, things get real heated. They get separated, Natalie trying to calm Tommie down because Tommie ready to leave the house. I'm like, girl, how you the producer of this show? You just mediated a situation. Now you letting this young girl, mind you, Stunner is just ignorant. But I'm here for Stunner Girl, y'all. And she just giving a one up on you. She's eating you alive. She's embarrassing you pretty much because she's just so poised and calm. And you over here flipping the fuck out. I'm like, girl, really? You about to let this girl run you off your own show that you're a producer on? I'm like, okay, whatever. So, Cat and Stunner talking. They like, yo, we need to diffuse this because we need to go out. Stunner at this point, like, I'm over it, y'all. I don't really care no more. I'm over the situation. I'm done with it. It is what it is. Let's get to this bag. Natalie, still trying to calm Tommie down. Stunna even was saying that she's a child abuser because Tommie allegedly beat her kid or something. Like, I forgot that story, but y'all can look it up and see it like that. My input on this whole situation is I'm over them going back and forth. It's clearly that they don't like each other, and I just feel like they just need to just let it go. Like, clearly they not friends. They not going to be friends. So it's really no point of even entertaining this. Is a dub. The whole time Natalie not even trying to diffuse the situation. So she like, oh yeah, this another scene. I'm gonna get my money's worth. This show she's eating this alive, but she's trying to act like she's for them making peace. Y'all ain't peeped that? Okay. So after that situation is done, the girls get ready to go out. I'm like, okay, now they got to show everybody getting dressed going out. I'm like, okay, so this is about another 5 minutes of them just wasting my time seeing them go out. I'm like, okay. I'm like, really, y'all, we really gotta, y'all ain't really got no, hey, y'all ain't got no footage, really. I'm like, yo. Anyway, so the girls get on the bus. Everybody's on the bus except for Tommie. Tommie is kind of like, yo, I'm like, Tommie had to be separated because her and Stunna would have kept going at it. So the girls on the bus, they turning up and stuff like that. Everybody, I will say everybody looked nice. I did like Low. Low to me was one of the best ones. She really did look good. All the girls really looked good. I'm not even gonna hold you. They on the bus. Krishan says a prayer. I'm like, okay, that's nice. Well, everybody drinking and smoking. I'm like, okay. We leave that on that situation. The girls arrive at the club. The fans are waiting outside. They all hugging the girls and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that's nice. I don't know if it was genuine or I don't know if it was paid actors on the side. I don't know. But that was nice. The girls are really finally at the club. They get into this bag. I'm like, okay, finally, we here. So they arrive at the club. They getting ready. They turning up and stuff like that. Natalie introduced all the girls. And I'm like, okay, that's nice, So we get the girls, they start performing. Roly performed first, and I'm not even gonna lie, Roly did kill her performance. I like Roly's music. Roly's music is nice. I really want her to take her music serious. She got some good stage presence, and I'm really feeling Roly. Like, I hope after this she really just take her craft serious. I feel like she should just really focus on her craft, because Roly could spit. All her songs that I heard so far is nice. So then we get after Roly, we get Stunna Girl. Stunna Girl killed her performance as well. I did like her performance. She got another one that got good stage presence. So I'm like, okay. She performed her hit with Throw It in Rotation. I'm like, okay. So then Tommie performs next. And Tommie was pissed because she wanted to go last. I'm like, girl, just perform. It don't even really matter. Like, just perform your song. She performed her song. She did okay. I'm like, okay. But I did peep the shade that Roly threw at DJ Scott. She was like, well, she's supposed to be a DJ. Why she here on stage with us? She not DJ. I'm like, ooh. Clock that, Roly. But that is true. So after Tommie performance, then we get to Krishan. Now, Krishan did kill her performance. I did like her performance. She performed as a vibe all the time. And she was lit. I liked her performance. She did a real good job. She had the crowd hype. And I do like that side of Krishan when she's just in a good space and having fun. So hopefully she can stay there and stay out of drama. And that's really that on that. Even Low performed, and I was like, okay. I didn't know Low was she do music on the side too, but she performed and she actually had the crowd lit too. And it was even to the point where she was dancing on Krishan. They kissing in the club. They don't went from on Krishan went from knotting her up to bigging her up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm feeling that. I do like they're cool now and stuff like that. So, and that was pretty much it. That was pretty much the episode. Oh, when Tommie was performing, Stunna threw her little shade at Tommie, saying that she waited to be 40 to become a rapper. I'm like, oh girl. I'm like, yo, that is funny. And that was pretty much the episode. They really turned up, and that was really much the episode. And really nothing to talk about. I do feel like this episode was a good episode. It was a little bit of balance between drama, comedy, and just getting, just you having a good time. We know next week episode, Biggie and Stunna fight. I'm trying to figure out what they fighting about, and I'm just like, okay. If I had to rate this episode between a 1 through 10, I would give it like an 8 because it was a decent episode. Y'all let me know who y'all was feeling, who was the best dressed, and then who gave the best performance. And that's really much it. Pretty much the episode. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Like I said, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, and I will see you at the next video. I'm out.